Good, happy Tuesday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Evening, New Hampshire. Let's get started. First up, 3 mumps cases linked to UNH. Let's take a listen to the video.
Tom and Jed, both the state and the university are taking this very seriously because mumps is quite easily spread, especially in communal environments like college campuses. UNH says it is taking the same approach that it did in educating the campus as in the past with meningitis and the flu. The mumps is a viral infection that spreads through saliva or coughing and sneezing. Even if you are vaccinated, there is still a slight chance of contracting the virus, although the vaccination does significantly reduce your risk of getting it. Some of the symptoms of mumps: swelling of the cheek and neck areas, fever, headaches, muscle aches.
We have been working with the leadership at UNH to send out messaging not only to the campus community and students, but also to healthcare providers to raise awareness of the possibility that mumps could be circulating in the community and ask people to seek medical care.
There's a lot of things that go around on college campuses that some may get, some may not get, so I'm not generally that concerned as of right now.
Yeah.
I'm like Nick, I'm actually kind of concerned. I didn't know about that, and things come and go, but mumps are pretty scary.
State officials tell us this is not considered an outbreak. They're trying to get ahead of it to prevent any further spread. Some of the things that you can do: cover coughs and sneezes, don't share utensils and cups, and wash your hands. There have been a total of 9 reported cases this year in the state of New Hampshire. Reporting live in Durham, Nalko Funayama, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Woman pleads guilty in crash that killed retired teacher. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
On the morning of June 30th, 2014, my mom's birthday, Miss Heath took away a husband of 45 years.
Through tears, Eliza Morris told the judge about the lasting heartache the death of her father caused for her family. The 66-year-old retired teacher, Michael Phelps, was on his way to volunteer at a local cancer center when his motorcycle was hit in a busy intersection in Allenstown. Today, the 25-year-old driver, Jordan Heath, took responsibility, but she was spared any jail time.
I certainly regret my actions that day, and I do understand the way that they helped.
Heath had first said faulty brakes were to blame, but prosecutors say she had been texting prior to the crash. Heath was charged with negligent homicide, but her trial in May ended in a hung jury. Today, she pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of vehicular assault.
Mike, Dad, Grampy had a big heart, and he would have wanted us to forgive you, and perhaps, in time, we will find it in our hearts. Today is a small step toward our forgiveness of you. To hear you admit guilt brings our family a bit of peace and closure.
Heath received a 12-month suspended sentence, and her license was also revoked for 5 years, something the family says eases their minds.
Now, Heath will also be required to participate in a distracted driving video, and the Phelps family can also be a part of that. The family hopes that her community service will help others. Reporting live in Concord, Heather Hamill, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Route 125 closed in Rochester after tractor trailer rolls over. Route 125 was closed Tuesday in Rochester after a tractor trailer roll over. A tractor trailer and 2 cars collided around 11:45 a.m. near Hyman Drive. The tractor trailer was heading south and the 2 cars were heading northbound. Officials said the first car stopped to turn left onto Hyman Drive when it was rear-ended by a second car, pushing the first car underneath the tractor trailer. The second car jolted the tractor trailer's rear axle, causing it to fall on its driver side. There was no word on any injuries. Route 125 could be closed for 4 to 6 hours because of the accident. Reconstruction team may need extra time to bring in machinery to get the truck off its side, officials said. New Hampshire State Police and Stratford County Reconstruction Team responded to the scene. Donald Trump defending rigged election talk, calls President Obama a phony. Donald Trump defended his characterization of the presidential election as rigged today, noting that his warning of voter fraud in majority cities echoed those of prior presidential candidate Barack Obama. Mushy Apple and other earnings could steer stocks Wednesday. Apple's mushy post-earnings performance, a flood of other earnings news, and weaker oil prices could be catalyst for stocks Wednesday. Trump warns of World War III if Clinton is elected. Let's take a listen to the video from CNN.
We will suspend immigration from regions comprised of radical Islamic terrorists, including the suspension of the Syrian refugee program, which is taking in thousands and thousands of people that we have no idea where they come from, no idea who they are. And crooked Hillary Clinton wants to have that increased by 550% over and above the crazy Obama numbers, okay? Tell you what, you vote for her, you're crazy, okay? I'll tell you. She is the worst.
Okay, and there we go on that report. And now let's go to your weather now. There's a live look on radar right now. As you see on radar, there are a few snow flurries up in the White Mountain National Forest. And we have a few clouds down by the Concord and Manchester, Rochester area. And today, I saw some snow flurries in Portsmouth. And now let's take a look at your weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system. Your wind speed peak is 8 miles per hour. Average is 3. Current is 3 in between southeast and east. Your temperature is 37 degrees. Humidity is 62%. Your dew point is 25 degrees. Your forecast is partly cloudy, and your pressure is 29.97. Now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. And now let's take a look at that traffic. Here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few yellow areas and a few red areas. Otherwise, your traffic is moving pretty good on your Tuesday evening. And that does it for Good Evening, New Hampshire. Good night, everyone. Bye.